Hello, hi, happy Monday. So, what did I do last night? I mean, did I make any mistake? What? Did I admit that I'm gay, or did I announce my homosexuality? Is that what happened? Is that what I said last night? It's anti-gay joke, okay? I'm just kidding. I'm not gay, alright? But I think what I did was I said something like when I was masturbating. Sometimes the images, memory of some males come to my head. So does that mean I'm gay? I don't think so. Then what does that mean? Nothing. It doesn't mean anything. Why? Look, I guess different guys. I don't know about girls. I don't even know whether girls masturbate or not. But women, yeah, I highly encourage them to think of me when they masturbate. That'll be my great honor. It will be great honor to me because that means I'm very attractive. If women are masturbating thinking of me, it will be such a great honor. Because that means I'm sexy, right? I don't know. But yeah, different guys masturbate different ways, right? I'm sure. How do I masturbate? I do not use my hands. Okay, I think I told you about this like a while ago. I lie down with my stomach on the floor, okay, and then I think about ladies. Perhaps I saw on the street or whatever, right? And but sometimes, unreluctantly so, some male's image memory like kick in, although I don't want it. Why is that the case? Does that mean I'm gay? No, no, because it happens to every man. Okay, those gay thoughts. Yeah, this is normal that it happens. You just have to resist that. And please do not think you are gay just because those thoughts come to you. It doesn't mean anything because nobody's gay. There's no such a thing as I'm born gay or I became gay. I realized I'm gay. No, that's wrong way of thinking. It's a deception by Satan. Okay? Or transgender, they say, oh no, what I'm a man trapped in a woman's body. Again, it's the wrong way of thinking. It's a devil's lie, satanic lies. Okay, it's that it's pure fiction. Nobody's gay. Why? Because Homo sapiens, we are born straight. That's our genetic characteristic. Homo sapiens, human being. We are heterosexual species. Okay, you don't get to choose that. So all this LGBT ideology is all based on bullshit. Okay, they call it LGBT. They call their ideology or equal right movement, right? Well, I call that bullshit. Okay, so it's all based on ignorance, misconception. All these people who think they are gay, they are not gay. Nobody's gay. Okay, they're just misguided. Okay, it's misguided passion. Okay, uh, there's no such a thing as homosexuality. It doesn't exist. They're just deceived by wrong ideologies. That's what's going on. All right. I mean, okay. The way I masturbate, I think about women, or sometimes I watch porn. Yeah, adult films in the internet. Okay, sometimes I do that too. But other times I just rely on my memory or my past experiences or some ladies that I watched somewhere, as long as they are single, as long as they are presumably single, okay? Yeah, but our memory, okay? We have many different memories. Do I remember some guys that I've seen? Yeah. So yeah, when I think about women, sometimes reluctantly so, some guys' memory image, memory images kicks in sometimes, and I don't like that at all. But it I don't make a big deal out of that. And some guys think, oh, does that mean I'm gay? Like maybe I should come out clean and declare myself for being gay. I should come out. I was born gay. Maybe I so I should admit I'm gay. Maybe this is point where I realize I'm gay. No, no, don't do that. Okay. Maybe I should not deny that I'm gay. And no, it's not that. It doesn't mean anything. Okay. Some gay thoughts, gay feelings. Yeah, just resist that and get out of there. Then you're fine. It's just devil's temptation. Okay, that's one way to look at it. Okay. Let's say you're once so angry. That's your vulnerable point, vulnerable moment. You're very angry, right? You're kind of emotionally vulnerable in at that time when you're very angry. Okay, that's your vulnerable moment. And then devil, metaphysical pathogens, metaphysical these satanic ideologies like motherism, it attacks you when you are vulnerable, like when you're emotionally upset. So some people don't resist that murderous urges, and they give up. They don't fight off that devil, and they kill people and become murderer. So by doing that, you shook hands with the Satan. You shook hands with Satan, right? Satan gave you the satisfaction of killing the person that you really hate. And in return, you are giving your soul to the devil. Your life destroyed also, as well as the person who you just killed. Okay, it is hypothetical, okay? Hypothetically. Alright? So that's why murderism is so destructive, because it destroys your enemy and also it destroys you. Two people, two people's lives destroyed. Not just two people, everybody around you and the victim of your murder, like friends and families of you and your murder victim. So destructive. That's why murderism is so destructive. Gayism, same way. It's very destructive ideology. Okay. Okay, so that's why you need to fight off all these temptations. Okay. Then, yeah, it's important. I'm saying all this in order that you don't fall into those temptations. Okay? It's so important. Let's take a break and then we'll be back and we'll talk about something else. Yeah. Oh, I don't like talking about this. Okay. So, but on your behalf, I'm talking about this. I did. Okay, we'll talk about something else, alright? But let's talk about that a little bit more because it's kind of important. Uh, in terms of humanology, okay, we did a lot of mathematics, right? So let's do some humanology, shall we? So it's this Sigmund Freud. He said he confessed what in his dream he had sex with his mom or something like that. He did talk about that. He said, "I'm sacrificing myself to the betterment of knowledge, psychology." Uh, so his theory or Oedipus complex is that it's all men's subconscious desire to have sex with their mothers. That's a wrong theory. Okay, so yeah, he sacrificed for nothing. Okay, actually, he made it a lot worse. Okay, so yeah, this then what's alternative explanation, alternative theory in humanology to explain those phenomena? Okay, yeah, some incestuous or even gay dreams. Okay, did I have some dreams that were it was kind of homosexual? I did actually. Okay, I didn't like it. Okay, so or incestuous dreams like your family member. Yeah, kinda. Then why does that happen? What's human analytical explanation? It's this. It's about discipline level. Okay, so uh, that's one way to look at it. So precisely because I don't enjoy those thoughts, because I maintain very high level of discipline in my life. I run, I do exercise, I do diet. Okay, so perhaps my brain is trying to maintain that discipline level, infliction of pain. Okay, so the brain, my brain knows incestuous thoughts and like incestuous dream and gay dream, it bothers me. My brain knows that, so it's trying to maintain that pain level, discipline level. Okay, to inflict me some pain, high to maintain that high discipline level. Okay, that's one way to look at it. Another way to look at it is this. Uh, Sometimes you have nightmare, right? Yeah, those gay dream, incestuous dream. Yeah, it's very unpleasant dream for me. It's like nightmare basically. Okay, so one way to look at it is it's a negative copium getting out of your system. Okay, maybe you are accumulated or you have accumulated a lot of negative copium like bad feelings. Okay, so it's like pooping, peeing, all the bad stuff inside of you getting out, kind of. Okay, so negative copium flows through a negative copium channel. Okay, that's one of the theories in copium channel theory. That's one of the ideas in copium channel theory in humanology. Okay, so yeah, negative copium it makes negative thoughts or negative facial expressions like "ee" or things like that. Okay, so yeah, negative copium flow through negative copium channels. So okay, the catharsis. So that's another way to look at it. Okay, so that's that. That's all we're gonna talk about because I don't want to even talk about it or think about it. Okay, so it doesn't mean anything. All right, it's just no big deal. Okay, so yeah, okay, yeah, let's move on. So today, before and after work, before work I called one radio show, morning political talk radio local show. In the evening, after work, so I called morning show and I called another show in the evening after I was done working. So I called two radio talk shows today, and in the morning, one in the morning, one in the evening, before work and after work, and then yeah. So I declared my candidates there. Okay, but because they're busy people, the radio shows, yeah, although it's local, they're still busy. So I didn't get to talk too much, but if I had more time, then what I would say is this: basically, elimination of homelessness and also crimes. It's so basically there's this plastic ban in one of the cities in Alaska, and in my town, actually, it happened last year, and this another town in Alaska, it was passed in the city level like a couple of days ago, I think. So that's why it's such a big topic. Plastic bag ban, ban on the usage of plastic bag. Actually, that's one of the reasons why I began my political activist career last year, around March last year, 2018. Okay, I started attending local meetings to speak against the ban, proposed ban on plastic bags. Actually, by then it was too late because my town they already passed it. So some plastic bags are allowed. The one that decays, the kind of you know, biomaterial kind of plastic bag that actually goes away, that decays, and also they're reusable too. So I mean that's fine, that's cool. Okay, so those are very good plastic bags, but looking back, maybe it wasn't such a bad idea. Okay, to ban this plastic bags that doesn't decay, non-biodegradable plastic bags. Because yeah, they kind of look bad, right? So yeah, maybe it wasn't such a bad idea looking back. Okay, maybe citizens were right. Okay, maybe I was wrong. But my criticism was this: I think politicians should focus on getting rid of homelessness and crimes instead of getting rid of plastic bags. Okay, and then the radio talk show host, I'm not gonna reveal his name, okay, because I may become very notorious figure, so I don't want my potentially ill reputation touch other people. Okay, so that's why I don't reveal any names, right? Yeah, the gentleman said basically, yeah, they focus on plastic bag because those big problems are homelessness and crimes. Politicians they don't know have any solution for it, so they don't even attempt to solve those problems. And I kind of knew that too, but I was glad to know that I wasn't the only person who know that. Okay. Um, but I do have solution, but it's rather difficult solution to implement because yeah, you by now you should know what my solution is. Yeah, put them all in jail and make them work if they refuse to work. Yeah, just keep feeding them for a couple of months until they cleans out their system with all the drugs, alcohol, cigarette, whatever. Okay, drugs, marijuana. Yeah, just let them drink water and food, and let them exercise too, for let's say 3 months, and we'll ask them one more time. Do you want to work? If they say no, we'll put them in sleep, and we'll start selling their body parts internationally. So, okay. So that's the idea. Either they work or we sell their body parts. Will they die? Yes, because we're gonna sell their hearts, lungs, eyes, everything. Everything. We'll sell every part of their body. What if they are too old and too sick and their body, nobody want to buy their body parts, we feed them to bears and tigers and lions. Why? Because we're gonna farm those animals in prisons. Okay, so yeah, nothing will go into waste. And prisoners, including homeless people and brand new illegal immigrants, yeah, they will go to jails, and they will be working in human waste facility to turn human waste like feces, urine. They will work with those human waste so that it become manure, germ-free manure. Okay, so they work on that, and they also work in the landfill to collect recyclable materials from landfill. Okay, so that's what they're gonna do. All right, so yeah, there can be a lot of objections to this idea because we are basically killing them. Then what's the alternative? Crime will never stop. If we do this, crime will stop. I guarantee you. Okay? And they will, most of them will learn to work. All right? And they will repent. Okay? Yeah, maybe it's a little bit cruel and unusual. Okay, so I understand maybe ACLU, Southern Low Poverty Center, maybe they will object to this. But if this idea is called 101, Institute of Improvement, 101, going back to the basics. Okay, if enough people support this idea, then yeah, there will be bill passed, legislation, and also judges will not object to this idea. Why? Because judges in America, they always follow the majoritarian view. Okay. Back in the days, even United States Supreme Court justices, they said separate but equal. Separate but equal is constitutional. You know, separate but equal, yeah, it was constitutional back then by United States Supreme Court. And I still believe that was a good decision. Okay? But nowadays it's very, very despised Supreme Court decision by many liberals, most liberals. Because basically it's seen as justification of racial segregation. Is racial segregation bad? I mean, what I don't like about this more recent Supreme Court rulings, like Brown versus Board of whatever, it's mandatory busing, okay, to send black kids to the white school and to send white kids to the black school. This racial mandatory mixing, I think that's very unconstitutional, and I don't think that's necessary. Uh, I just don't see any merit in there. Mandatory racial mixing, okay. If black people want to hang around with black people, we should let them. So, let them be. If white people want to hang out with white people, I don't see. I don't think that's a bad thing. Do you? I mean, don't they have freedom of association? Isn't it guaranteed in the First Amendment of the United States Constitution? Freedom of association. I mean, forcing black people to mix with whites and forcing white people black mixed with blacks, I don't think that's constitutional at all. I think that's very unconstitutional. Okay, so uh, when I first came back, because I was born in America, when I first came back to America, when I was like 18, 19, I only hung out with Koreans in Korean church community. Why? Because I didn't know much English. You know, Korean Americans or these Korean students studying in America who are gonna go back to Korea. Yeah, we kind of the same situation, and so we kind of we speak Korean, and yeah, I only hung out with Koreans. And later on, as my English got better, I left Korean church and I started socializing with blacks, whites, Hispanics, Indians, Jews, Middle Easterns. Okay, but initially I hung out only with Koreans. Yeah, it's very nice Korean community, community support. So yeah, those ethnic enclaves they have very good values. Because I'm kind of like immigrant, right? Although I have citizenship, but I grew up in Korea, so yeah, they can be a very serve as a bridge. Yeah, these ethnic enclaves. So President Trump and people like him, they say, oh, you should have American values, and you should forget about your previous culture, and you should be just like any American. You should assimilate. I disagree. Okay, I think cultural authenticity that foreigners bring in to America, as long as they came to America legally, I think those are very valuable. It kind of enriches the diversity in America, their cuisine, their culture, their languages. I think that's a very positive thing. Okay. Uh, in Alaska, there are a lot of Orthodox Russians. Russian Orthodox. They have their own costume and whatnot. I am not a huge fan of that. Why? Because they have something like hijab, so they cover their hair with this. I don't like any kind of hair covering for women, and they have the long skirts. Again, I don't like that either. I want women, American women, to wear mini skirts, stockings, high heel shoes, or tight pants, tight jeans, or short pants to show their legs because they are beautiful. Ooh, women's legs. I mean, unless they are obese. Okay, I'm talking about women's legs, slender legs. Oh, it's so beautiful. So what's wrong with make this world a more beautiful place? I think that's a good thing. Okay, I think that's a fantastic thing. Yeah, women showing their legs, at least contour line if they wear very tight pants. I think that's fantastic thing. Great thing about America, don't you? Don't you think so? Not just America, also like westernized Asian countries like China, Korea, Japan. Yeah, women wear those beautiful clothings. I think it's something really cool. Okay, that is something Arabs they should learn from us, the West. Also, all the Muslim countries they need to change Islam. So, am I trying to change Islam? Yes, exactly. Then, am I as bad as gay people, the LGBT activists who try to change Christianity? Sure. Probably I'm a lot worse than that. I'm a lot worse than gay people, I think. Uh, but at least I have some theoretical background, some foundation, because original Islam was not as restrictive as today's Islam. Like hijabs, burqas, that's not original Islam. Even if it was original Islam, do I still want to change Islam? Yes, because covering of women like that is that's what causing was causing all the violence in the Middle East. Because men are angry. Why? Because women they don't get to see these eye candies on the streets. Women they are covering themselves up with burqas and hijabs. So if you're a man in Middle East, your life sucks. There's no eye candies on the streets. So that's why they become so violent because they are so unhappy. Okay? Again, This is how humanology understands so well. Why? Because it's so easy. Psychology, oh man, they make it so difficult, right? So they cannot explain anything. Criminals, they're just like animals, okay? So the only way to understand criminals is to see them as animals, not as human beings. Okay, that's the only way you can understand crimes, criminals. Okay, yeah, they're just like animals. Okay, so they want high value target. It's like bears want love to eat seal because it has high energy, fat blubber. Oh, bears love seals because it has high fat blubber, right? Just like that, like this, likewise, criminals target rich men or beautiful girls, high value individuals, copium, high value, because beauty is not to the eyes of the beholder. It's not in humanology. Okay, I mean in terms of sexual beauty, there are all kind of different kinds of beauty, right? Sexual beauty is same across the board. If that woman is sexy to me, she's sexy to everyone, every man. Okay, it's all the same. Why? Because it's about reproducibility. It's something. It's a biological evolutionary response. Like who is sexy? Man, sexy man is rich man. Two women. Okay, two women. The richest motherfucker is the sexiest motherfucker on the planet. I'm sorry to. Yeah, it's not that funny. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's what it is. Women to women, yeah, the richer the sexier. To us men, who is sexy woman? Yeah, somebody very healthy and young. Okay, so those are the women that we find sexy, healthy, young women, also very feminine. You know. Okay, so and what else? Yeah. Then how do we change Islam? Oh well, not, we have historical precedents. I don't even know how to pronounce precedents. Yeah, Martin Luther King, not Martin Luther King Jr., not that African American man, but Martin Luther King in Germany. Okay, I'm sorry, he's just Martin Luther, isn't he? Because King, I think Martin Luther King is like African American pastor, right? But Martin Luther, just Martin Luther, I think. Martin Luther, I guess that's Martin Luther King's namesake, I guess. So Martin Luther in Germany, yeah, religious revolution. Basically, back then, before him, Martin Luther, there's Martin Luther and there's Calvin and some others, right? Before then, it was all Catholic, but Catholic became very corrupt religion. So now, Protestantism, like Calvin, Martin Luther, yeah, that's the religious revolution in Europe, and that's the beginning of the Protestantism, like Methodist, Baptist. You have whatever, Protestant, right? Yeah, you have Episcopalian. You have what else? Lutheran or okay, all those modern denomination, Protestantism. Okay, yeah, it came out of this religious revolution by Martin Luther and Calvin and some others, right? So if Christians can make a religious revolution, well, so can Muslims. Why? Because Muslims they are as smart, at least as smart as Christians. Yeah, they can make changes. Okay. And I hope this change would be bloodless. Okay? But they do need to change. That's the only way they can stop violence in the Middle East. Middle East. And I'm talking about terrorism. And then you may ask, oh, how about America? All these mass shootings. When there are beautiful ladies on the streets, and they're not wearing any hijabs or burqas, but there's still gun violence, which is very much like terrorism. Like Middle Eastern terrorism is like bomb, right? Suicide bomb, right? But American domestic terrorism, what is terrorism? Big crime where many people die, massive killing, massive mass murder. That's what terrorism is basically. Okay, so you see my bald spot? Yeah, I'm losing my hair, so whatever, right? I'm trying to cover it all, right? So what about American domestic terrorism? Okay, the massive killing. Okay, I mean it's still happening when girls are, they wear bikinis on the shore. I mean, in the what the beaches. Yeah, they wear bikinis, whatever. The swimming pool. Uh, but you have to ask: is American terrorism in America, is that worse than terrorism in the Middle East, or is it about the same, or is it worse? Right? Yeah, we have to ask that question. Okay, and we'll do so. We'll answer it. We try to answer it at least after this break. Okay, so we're gonna take a break. All right. You know, I gotta eat some gas reliever because it's not digesting very well. So, oh, Okay. Now, I think it's like a couple of weeks ago there was this news where, uh, this symbol of love, eternal love. There's these two human remains, skeletons, kind of hugging each other, and there's this news that actually they're both men. Okay, and my reaction was, yeah, so what? It doesn't mean anything. No. Why? There's no proof that they are gay lovers. They could be two straight friends, or who knows? And I'm not even sure if that report is accurate either. I mean, maybe some scientists involved, but was that really two males, or did they want to kiss asses of these LGBT activists? This very powerful mainstream thing nowadays, pro LGBTism, pro gayism. Okay, do they, because nowadays so many scientists are sellouts. They want to, they ban the light. It's like this black hole, right? That bends the light. Yeah, they. I mean, nowadays nobody speaks. No scientists speak against marijuana, because marijuanaism is pro marijuanaism is such a powerful political force nowadays. Yeah. How about vaping? Vaping. Yeah, there are a lot of vaping related death. So I think cigarette, tobacco that I smoke, I think it's a lot safer than vaping. Okay, because vaping, they gives out too much smoke. Of course, it's predictably harmful for your lung, a lot more so than natural cigarettes. Okay, traditional cigarettes. Okay, yeah, vaping probably is a lot more dangerous than tobacco. Cigarettes, you should not over smoke. Yeah, it will cause cancer and you'll die from lung cancer. Okay, if you smoke too much. Okay, but if you do it in moderation, you'll be fine. I mean, unless you are pregnant. Pregnant women should not drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes. Period. And also, they should not smoke marijuana either. But marijuanaism is an idol, so it's like a bad religion. Okay, so people worship marijuana. They think it's okay to smoke marijuana when they are pregnant because it blinds you, just like any religion. But it's a bad religion. Just like LGBT, they think if they become LGBT, everything will just okay. They think being LGBT, smoking marijuana, it will solve all their problems. It's a religion, but it's a toxic religion because it makes problem a lot worse. So many people, so many homeless people are gays. Okay, it's not coincidence. Okay, they because they rely on this toxic, this false god, just like back in the days in the Bible. So people haven't changed very much. All right. Uh, yeah, false god, because marijuana, LGBTism, gayism, it cannot save you, but they thought it would. Also, drugs, crimes. They think those things can save them, but it can't because it's not a real God, it's a false God. It's not a good ideology, it's a bad ideology. Then can humanology save you? No. Then what's the use of humanology? Well, it's a knowledge. It's a good knowledge. It's truth. Well, if you ask me, because we emphasize discipline, hard work. Okay, we just tell you how it is, how it works in the world. All right. Like, I mean, how about Anderson Cooper, Mr. Anderson Cooper? He's successful and he's gay. He's healthy, right? So isn't that a proof that somebody can be gay and also very successful, like Ellen DeGeneres or Lady Gaga? Well, she's not exactly gay, but she married a man. But I don't blame them because they also don't know. Anderson Cooper, Lady Gaga, Ellen DeGeneres, they also don't know. It's not like they are intentionally, knowingly propagating this pro-gayism to the public. They believe it's the right cause. It's just that they are ignorant. They don't know. Only a handful of people in America know that gayism is wrong. It's bad for you. Okay, I'm just one of those people who knows. Okay, who think they know because we could be wrong. I we are not gods. Our knowledge is imperfect. I don't exclude that possibility. But if you ask me, by logic alone, yeah, it's very harmful ideology. Then how about Anderson Cooper and Ellen DeGeneres? Uh, it's this. Let me put it this way. Look at Anderson Cooper, Mr. Anderson Cooper. He's a very handsome man. He's cute, very handsome man, right? To me, it's such a waste of his good genes that he married married to a guy because what I would recommend is he becomes straight unless he has some STDs already. If he has no STDs, my recommendation to Mr. Anderson Cooper is he divorce the gay guy and marry a white, marry whatever good. He's white, right? So yeah, whatever. Okay, marry a good girl and have kids. He got good genes. Yeah, have handsome boys, beautiful girls, daughters, sons, so that he pass his good genes to the next generation. Yeah, he's a very handsome man. He got good genes, right? But that's not happening. What if they adopt? What if surrogation? It's not the same as having one good natural mother or natural father. It's not the same. But what about kids? Grew up, gay parents. They say they're just doing just as fine. But my guess would be that it's still not as good as one mother, one father. Natural. Okay. I don't think it's as good. Okay. So because my mom and father they have different things to contribute, right? Uh, yeah, it's ideal. Okay. How about Ellen DeGeneres and Lady Gaga? I think they are very ugly. Okay. Um, because yes, because they are lesbian, bisexual, they become ugly. Why? Because they are like walk and talk like a man, and that's not pretty. Okay. It's not funny either. So they are limiting this potential, their own potential to be beautiful as a woman, as women. Okay, Ellen DeGeneres, if she becomes straight, I'm sure she can be very beautiful lady. But she is deceived by Satan. Ellen DeGeneres, Lady Gaga, okay, deceived by the Satan, and all that's left is this identity of Satan, gayism. Just look like lesbian. That gay identity of gayism displaced her identity as a woman, straight woman, like she once was. Okay, so it's sad. It's really sad. Yeah, I'm kind of beat. Today was rather busy day at work. I mean, I came home in good time, like 5:30, right? But I'm kind of sleepy now. Why? Because I kind of woke up early to have this radio talk show. Okay, to appear there telephonically. And in the evening, I also did another phone call to the radio station. So I'm a little bit sleepy. Okay, so by the way, I eat banana chips. Okay. Oh, I love banana chips. It's 16 grams of sugar, like 8 grams already there per serving. But they added 8 more grams of sugar, and I hope, yeah, you guys go if you are interested in the food industry, yeah, make them all like no added sugar. Okay, even banana chips, no added sugar. Then I'll buy that. Okay, good. That brand of banana chips is all they sell, the cheapest. So I don't really have an option to, because they don't sell no added sugar banana chips. But if they do, I'll buy that. Okay. I'm really sleepy. We'll take a break and we may talk about something. Otherwise, we'll just call it a day. Okay. So, uh, okay. Ugh. By the way, this morning was the very first frost in my windshield, so I had to wipe that, scrape it off. Anyway, let's talk about Enkidu and Gilgamesh. You know this Uruk, Kingdom of Uruk, is like Iraq today. Okay, so fantastic Mesopotamian. This probably one of the oldest recorded epic. Okay, I read some part of it in English. All right, so yeah, Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Okay, the two warriors. Yeah, fantastic story. Back then, Middle East used to have a lot of fun. Okay, all this Islam, today's modern Islam, covering of women, that's kind of, it doesn't have very long history. All right, this burqas and hijabs, it's not a very old tradition. Because back in the days in the Middle East, they used to have belly dancer in the Middle East. Belly dancing is from Middle East, Arabs. Also veil, like translucent, like you can see through the veil. Yeah, that's from Arab too, for women. Okay, it's very seductive. Yeah, so Arabs used to have a lot of fun back then. Okay, and but Islam, original Islam was good, but later on, they start to add stuff and start to add sexism, this oppression on women. Okay, that's something relatively new. All right, so they start to oppress women and their sexuality, the sex appeal. They cover it all up with burqas and hijabs, and that need to be eliminated. Okay, from Islam. Islam, I think, is a very good religion. It's just that it has some bad element of burqas and hijab. It's sexism. Okay, that's not okay. It needs to be eliminated from Islam, right? They just need to reinterpret Quran, right? Um, then we didn't quite answer this question, did we? Should America is America better than Middle East? Okay, well, let's look. What Americans want to migrate to Middle East, and how many Middle Easterns are migrating to America? Okay, now how many Europeans are migrating to Middle East, and how many Middle Easterns are migrating to Europe? Right? There's only one direction of migration. Okay, Middle Easterns, they migrate to America, to Europe, but not the other way. So what does that tell you? Yeah, Europe and America is doing better. Okay, right? So yeah, it's a very simple answer. Why? Because there are more freedom in America, Europe, the West. Why? Because women don't have to wear hijabs and burqas. Okay. Some American Muslims still choose to. Well, it's their freedom if they want to, but they don't have to. Okay. And I recommend them not to. What if they are Muslims? Well, then they can still read Quran and believe and come up with their own interpretation, but they don't have to go to mosques, right? I mean, I'm a Christian myself, but I don't go to churches. I just listen to Korean. I mean, not Korean, but Christian channels sometimes. Okay, so what else? Yeah, so Enkidu and Gilgamesh. Yeah, they're straight people, straight too, straight men. They're good friends, fellow warriors. But when they went to some forest on their way to kill this monster in this epic story of two heroes, Gilgamesh and Enkidu. When they were sleeping, they held hands. Okay, so nowadays, these pro-gay activists, they say, "Oh, they must be gay." I don't think so. If two men hold hands when they are sleeping, I don't think that's homosexual necessarily. Okay? No. Why? Maybe they wanted to, because it's kind of scary, to kill this monster. Yeah, they just wanna, I think that's what it was. I don't think it was homosexual at all. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. Okay, so give me 1 second. Oh, that was loose bowel. Yeah, let me turn the heater right here. Let me put on slippers. Okay. I'll be right back. Okay. Did I leave my glasses? Yes, I did. Okay, so yeah, sorry about interruption, but yeah, I went to bathroom and I was reading about Enkidu and Gilgamesh, and I read about two essays about them. One of them was, I guess, written by regular person, and the other was written by pro-gayist. So, voila, this guy or girl is characterizing the friendship, brotherhood of these two legendary warriors as homosexual. I don't think so. I don't think they're homosexual at all. They're just close friends, like David and Jonathan, right? Yeah, because David famously said, Jonathan, your love for me was stronger than a woman's love for me, right? So yeah, the pro-gays, they see that as homosexual. I have to disagree. Okay, why? Because I used to get so angry about this, but I guess I matured quite a bit over a year, um, over the years. All right, because there's nothing to be angry about. No. Uh, yeah, I just disagree. Why? Because let me tell you a little story about this, a little bit more about Enkidu and uh, Gilgamesh. Okay, Enkidu was kind of jungle boy. He was like animals. Okay, maybe he was abandoned as a child, and some animals raised him as a baby, raised him up. I don't know, but Enkidu was a very strong man, but he lived in the jungle among animals, like Jungle Book, kinda. Okay, and then some seniors. I mean, this is what I remember. I read it such a long time ago. Okay, seniors, they came up with a strategy to tame Enkidu. So they're wise old men, seniors in this kingdom of Uruk, which is today's Iraq, right? So yeah, seniors, they came up with a strategy to tame this Enkidu because they knew about this young man. He's a very strong man, but he doesn't speak the language. He's living like animal in the jungle. Okay, so I guess back in the days, Iraq was not desert. Maybe it was like jungle. Okay, maybe it was like before the ice age, whatever. Okay, whatever. I don't know. So they came up with a strategy. Can you guess what strategy is? They transformed Enkidu, and he became a human being. He started to behave. Do you know what the strategy is? Because that's the key to Middle Eastern peace. So, if you had pay attention to what I've been saying regarding the solution to Middle Eastern violence, terrorism, then you may take a good guess in this question, this quiz. So, what was this Urukian senior's strategy to tame this wild man who lived like animals in the jungle? To tame him so that they can use him as a warrior or soldier in the army. And they did, they succeeded. So, what was their solution, their strategy? It worked. Okay. I want you to take a guess. I mean, if you want to look it up, go ahead, but I'd rather have you take a guess first, and then, yeah, you can look it up. Okay? Alright, we'll take a break, okay? So, yeah. Yeah, Middle East, they used to have fantastic culture back then, but burqas and hijabs, it ruined everything for Middle East, okay? So, oh well. But they can go back, they can correct. They can get rid of hijabs and burqas. It will go back. Okay. Middle Easterners are very very smart people. Okay, they're very wise people because their ancestors were very smart. Okay, so yeah, they can do it. Okay, so what's the solution? Yeah. What else? Woman, right? They introduced. From what I remember, it was a prostitute. Okay, so but very attractive young woman. They brought this woman to Enkidu, and he started behaving. Okay, so that's Not my idea. Okay, it's from this epic saga of Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Okay, it's very Middle Eastern solution that goes like back thousands of years. Okay, so yeah, because terrorists, they're just criminals, right? What are criminals? They're animals, right? They steal, they kill, like animals. Yeah, bears, they kill each other, they eat each other, steal from each other. Because in animal world, what distinguishes animal from human beings? We have more rules, we have laws, right? We get punished, we go to jail if we commit crime, right? Animals, when a bear kills baby bears in order to have sex with its mother bear, that male bear does not go to jail. There is no punishment. Actually, there's a reward. Have sex. The male bear get to have sex with this mother bear. After this male bear kills her cubs, okay, he get rewarded for murder. That's animal world. He does not get punished. Okay? So yeah, murderers, rapists, thieves, they're animals. Okay? That's why they do what they do. They have never become human beings. Why? Because they were not educated, not disciplined when they were kids. So they never had a chance to become a human being. So what can we do as a society? Yeah, we can discipline them, educate them in jail, teach them how to work, force them to work. It's, you can call it slavery, but it's education, okay? Because uh, if you are a child of parents who make you work, you're kind of like slaves, right? You have to obey your parents. So yeah, that's why they call it emancipation. When you are declaring yourself to be, before you're 18, you declare yourself to be independent adult, young adult. You call it emancipation, okay? Because childhood experience is kind of like slavery, okay? You know, it's getting choppy again, so I'm gonna stop and restart, okay?